Hey, Judy. How's your last night in our apartment going for you? You remember I'm coming over to pick you up at 11 a.m. tomorrow morning, right?
It's going fine, George, thanks. I was just doing some last-minute cleaning.
Cleaning? I thought that basically all you had left in that apartment was our bed and some clothes. What are you cleaning for?
We have a little bit more than that left. And the property management company is sending someone to inspect the room tomorrow. I'd like to get as much of my security deposit back as possible, though I'm not expecting much.
Oh, jeez, that's right. Those security deposits are such a ripoff. They always find some excuse to keep most of it.
Yeah, but I feel like I've done a pretty good job of taking care of the place while we've been here. They're gonna have to work pretty hard to find an excuse not to return the whole amount.
You always were an impeccable housekeeper, just like my mom. She's so good at cleaning, I always had her clean my room back when I was living at home.
Well, that's because you're lazy, not because she's a good housekeeper. I mean, you're sitting at her house right now, eating her food and sleeping in your old bedroom.
Hey! Don't make me out like I'm some mama's boy. She's the one who invited me anyway. She said she wanted to have a little more time with me before the big move. We won't be able to come by very often anymore. And speaking of which, why didn't you come along with me?
Well, I just figured that your mom wanted to have a little special time with just you before you go and take a job halfway across the country.
You were more than welcome. Actually, Mom was just saying that she missed you and wished you would have come.
Wow, really? Aw, it means so much that she would say that about me. She's been so great to me. My parents both passed away when I was still a kid, and she's been like a second mother ever since we started dating. I always felt at home whenever I was with her.
We're married now, Judy. She's not like a second mother for you. She is your mother. I know she'd want you to think of her that way. Sure, it hasn't been that long since we got married, but still. Might just take some time to adjust to your new relationship, but I hope that you always feel like you can count on her to help you out in your time of need.
Thanks, George. I know there's going to be a lot of physical distance between us, but I'll do my best to stay in contact with her. I'm probably going to miss her just as much as you will, if not more.
Hey, do not challenge me to a Who Loves My Mom More contest, okay? I will destroy you. But seriously, yeah, you should definitely do that. Mom would love it. Man, I'm really sorry about having to move like this, Judy. We basically just settled down into our married life, and now I have to move out of the state for work.
Don't worry about it, George. I understand. I said yes to the till death do us part thing at our wedding, right? I meant it.
Thanks, Judy. Makes me feel a lot better to hear you say that. I was really worried you resent me for this. I mean, your parents are gone, but all the people you've known all your life live around here, right? And now you have to leave that all behind and move to a strange land just for me.
As long as you're with me, that's all I need. We can move wherever you need to, and my friends are already talking about coming to visit us at our new house.
That's great. I'll do my best to get my work done as soon as possible so you won't have to be all alone in the house.
You better. Okay, I think I should get back to my cleaning now.
Gotcha. Thanks a bunch for that, Judy.
No problem. Tell your mom I said hi for me, will you?
It's time for you to check in, Judy. Where are you right now?
I'm at the house, George. I don't know why you need to ask me. You're tracking my location with GPS, aren't you?
Yeah, but it's just an app on your phone. What am I going to do if you leave it behind and run away from me?
I'm not running away.
You got that right. I know you learned your lesson the last time you tried to go crying to the cops about me.
You really are something else, George. You actually had a fake psych report written up on me saying I was schizophrenic. And worse, those idiots at the police station believed you?
I told you not to waste your time trying to get the cops to help you, didn't I? This isn't the city. These are all backcountry bumpkins. I bet none of them even went to college. You're stuck with me, Judy. Forever. Get used to it. And if you know what's good for you, you'll never stand up to me again.
Seriously, George. Please stop this. You constantly check my text messages, social media accounts. You put GPS trackers in all my bags. Every time you even get the least bit upset, you take it all out on me. And when I talk to you, you never listen to a word I say. What happened to you? You were never like this before we moved out here, George.
I'm sorry, what was that? Unless my eyes are deceiving me, are you trying to stand up to me right now? What did I just tell you, Judy?
I'm not standing up to you. I'm just asking questions. Is that so bad? By the way, when are you going to give me back my credit and debit cards? Shouldn't I at least be able to access my own money? I saved all that back up before I even met you.
Yeah, but we're married now, and what's yours is mine.
No, it's literally my money. I earned it by myself.
Sorry, Judy, but I don't trust you enough to let you have any money. At this point, you just used it to try and run away from me, and I can't have that.
Why do you think that is, George, Why do you think I want to run away from you? Are you maybe doing anything to me that would make me feel that way?
That's the bizarre thing. I haven't done anything to you at all. I'm out at the office every day doing my best to earn a decent living to support you. And you randomly start telling me you want to get a divorce? Are you insane? We just got married less than a year ago.
You're not the George I married anymore. You changed completely the moment we moved out here.
You're full of it. I haven't changed at all.
Yes, you have. You shout at me all the time, and you even pushed me into the wall the other day. You don't let me have any access to money, physical or otherwise, and you forbid me from ever having any sort of contact with any of the neighbors. I feel like I'm gonna go insane if this keeps up, George. I can't take it anymore.
Sure you can. Don't be such a baby. All you need to worry about is supporting me from home. That's what I need from you.
I have been supporting you. I've been doing nothing but supporting you.
Oh yeah? What about the time I caught you trying to go to some concert while I was out at work?
What's wrong with going to a concert? It was one of my favorite singers ever, and the venue was just a short way away.
I'm not letting you spend my money on any stupid crap. I'm the breadwinner of this family, Judy. I decide how my money gets spent.
I was going to use my money, though.
You're a married woman now. You need to quit acting like some dim-witted teenager fawning over a rock band.
What am I supposed to do for fun, then? What hobbies am I allowed to have?
Your hobby is being my wife. That should be enough for you. And I'm going to take you on a honeymoon, so maybe you could show me a little bit of gratitude for that.
Really? You mean it?
My mom has been on my back ever since we got married. I kept telling her we didn't need a honeymoon, but she's just so persistent. Seems like every other day she sends me a message like, "Did you pick out a location for your honeymoon yet?"
I see.
Oh, and just so you don't get any crazy ideas, don't even think about blabbing to my mom, got it?
Yeah, I got it.
I'll be checking your texts every morning and night, so I don't think you can slip anything by me either. I'll be home at 6 p.m. sharp tonight. Make sure my dinner is ready on the table by the time I get there. And it had better be good, you got that? Try to force feed me any crap like a salad or frozen dinners, then you're gonna be sleeping out on the deck tonight.
Mom, are you there? Please wake up.
Judy? Hold on a moment, dear. It's the middle of the night. My wits aren't about me right now.
I'm sorry, Mom. I wish I didn't have to wake you like this, but this may be my only chance to talk to you.
Goodness gracious. What on earth did you try and call me almost 100 times for in the middle of the night? Aren't you on your honeymoon with George right now?
No, I'm not. I'm on my way to your house. Please, Mom, I need your help.
What? What do you need me to help you with? And why aren't you with George?
Because I ran away, Mom. I had to. I just can't do it anymore.
What on earth do you mean, Judy? Oh no, did you and George have a bit of a fight?
No, it's much worse than that. Ever since we moved out here, George has changed completely. It's like he's a different person. He shouts at me, insults me, belittles me. He took all my personal savings and credit cards away. He never lets me do anything but housework.
George is doing all of that to you?
Yes. And it's not all the time, but he's physically abused me too. He checks my phone, email, and social media to make sure I'm not trying to call someone for help. He even tracks my phone to make sure I don't leave.
You can't be serious.
I am, Mom. Please, believe me. He let his guard down and left his wallet out in the open last night in our hotel room. I thought this was my only chance, so I took enough money for a bus ticket and ran away.
Hold on, dear. This is all too much to take in. I can't believe that my George would do any of that. And you too, Judy. Whenever you talk to me, you always tell me how much you're enjoying married life with my son.
He's watching over my shoulders when I talk to you, Mom. I couldn't tell you the truth. I just went along with what he told me to tell you so I could continue talking to you. He doesn't let me talk to any of my friends anymore, so you were my only outside contact. So please, Mom, please, just this once, believe me and not George. Please.
All right. I'll trust you for now. However, you'll have to do some more explaining once you get down here. I won't tell George a thing either, so get over here as quickly as possible.
Thank you so much, Mom. You just saved my life.
Judy! Where the hell are you? Goddamn ingrate. I took you on the honeymoon you wanted, and this is how you repay me? What do you think you're doing? Judy, answer me. I picked you up like a miserable, starving stray dog on the street. You had no parents, no family, nothing. I gave you everything.
I'm divorcing you, George.
What? Do you remember what I did to you the last time you said something so stupid to me?
I don't think I'll ever forget it, George, and I'm not going to let it happen again.
Thought I made myself clear, Judy. There is nowhere you can run, nowhere you can hide, and no one who will help you. Tell me where you are. Right now.
Why don't you take a wild guess, George?
Not playing your stupid games.
Oh, you're not fun. You used to be fun, George. We used to laugh and smile all the time, but all that changed once we moved. I suppose that's because you were sure that I couldn't run away from you anymore, huh? I have no parents, no siblings, no close relatives, and you took my phone and wrote a bunch of horrible messages to all my friends so they'd block my number.
And why do you think I did that, Judy? It's because you were being a stupid, spoiled brat. You brought it all upon yourself.
For a while, George, you almost got me to believe that, too. I was getting yelled at every day over the most trivial things. I thought there must be something wrong with me. You would never behave like that for no reason. But your gaslighting isn't going to work on me anymore.
Gaslighting? You're so full of it. The problem is that you're an absolute failure as a wife. I was only doing what I had to do to help you understand that and be better.
Oh my God, seriously? You're gonna stand there and tell me that you were verbally abusing me for my own benefit?
Yes, and now it's apparent to me that I wasn't being strict enough with you. Now listen to me, Judy. You were going to tell me where you are right now. And if you do not, then once I find you, and I will, you are going to regret disobeying me. This time, I'm going to make sure you can never run away from me again.
I have never, in my entire life, been so disappointed in anyone as I am in you right now, George.
What do you think I am, Judy? My mother?
This isn't Judy, George. And yes, I am your mother. Now, would you mind telling me what is going on here?
Wait. What? Mom? Is that you?
Yes, it is. Though after what I've just read, I'm ashamed to call myself your mother. What have you been doing to Judy? Why are you speaking to her like that? She is your wife, and you are her husband.
I don't believe this. I know that's really you, Judy. You're just pretending to be my mom.
Last night, at roughly 7:30 p.m., you sent me a picture of your dinner. After that, you told me that you had ordered some local produce to be delivered to my house, and that I should expect it here by Thursday.
Oh. It really is you.
That's what I've been saying this whole time.
Look, Mom, you don't understand. Ever since we moved out here, Judy has gone completely insane. I think it's the stress of living out here in a new area without any of her friends. It's almost like she's schizophrenic or something. She's always making up lies about how I'm abusing her. So don't believe a word she says. It's all the voices in her head, Mom.
I read your entire conversation just now, George. I have no reason to believe what you're saying is true. But even if it were, that's still no reason to speak to her that way.
Okay, maybe I went overboard a bit. I realize that. It's just that dealing with her insanity has been driving me insane.
Well then, it seems to me like the best thing for both of you would be to separate.
No, Mom, you can't say that. I love Judy.
Don't you dare pretend that you don't realize what you've done to her. I just about fainted when I saw her at the door just now. She's lost a terrifying amount of weight, despite having always been on the small side. She had bruises on her arms. Her eyes were dark and sorrowful. It was all I could do to keep myself from crying.
That's the schizophrenia, Mom. It does that to a person.
There is nothing wrong with her, George. You're the one who's lost his mind. You are breaking up with Judy, and that is final.
Never! I will never allow you to tear us apart, Mom. You know how much I love her, how much I care for her. Not to mention, I'm your son. Why would you believe her over me?
Because she has receipts, as you younger folks like to say these days.
What do you mean?
She recorded all your day-to-day interactions, George. I heard everything. Every insult, every shout, every threat. You're not going to escape responsibility for what you've done, George.
Those are fakes. She probably made them with AI. I've never been abusive to her. I love her.
Your mom isn't here anymore, George. It's me again.
Judy? You've got to knock this off right now. How could you go and tell those awful lies to my mom? Tell her you were lying. Now.
It's over, George. Give it up. There's nothing you can do to change my mind anymore. I'm divorcing you.
You're at my mom's house, aren't you? I'm on my way to the airport right now. I'll be there by this evening, so you wait right there.
Don't waste your time, George. I'm not at your mom's house anymore.
Then where are you?
At the police station. They're going to take me to a special facility that protects women like me from men like you. There's no way you'll ever find me.
Judy, marrying you is the best thing that has ever happened to me. You can't just throw me away like yesterday's garbage.
Oh, I can't I? You have no problem treating me like garbage. Every day you found a new, more creative way of belittling me. You forcibly cut off my relationships with my friends and used me like a slave. I know the truth now. You never loved me. You only married me because I was an orphan. You figured that there wouldn't be anyone to stop you from doing whatever you wanted to me.
That's not true.
It's true, though, whether you realize it or not. It's too bad for you, George. You thought that you would be able to control every aspect of life until the day I died, but I won't allow you to control me for 1 second more.
Judy, I'm sorry. I was wrong to speak so terribly to you. What you have to admit, though, you're partially at fault for making me yell at you like that. So can't we let bygones be bygones? You know that deep down, I love you and you love me.
What was that you were saying earlier about making me regret disobeying you? You said you'd make sure I could never run away from you again. What did you mean by that?
Oh, that? I was just angry, that's all. I didn't mean any of that.
No, I'm pretty sure you were dead serious when you said that, George. That was a threat that you had every intention of following through with. I'm never coming back to you. You're going to give me back everything you took from me. My savings, cards, all of it. And on top of that, I'm suing you for all the physical and emotional abuse you've put me through.
Judy, I'm really sorry. I mean it. I'll never do anything like that to you ever again. So can't we start over? I promise you, this time around, I'll do everything in my power to make you feel safe and secure in our home.
Sorry, but there's no way I could ever feel safe in a home that you're living in. And to think you had the nerve to call me a horrible wife? What kind of a husband abuses his own wife, uses her like a slave, and controls every aspect of her life? I'm going to start over, George, and there is absolutely no room for a scumbag like you in my new life. After that, the people at the place I was staying set me up with a great lawyer who dealt with George for me. It didn't take long for all the details of our divorce to be finalized. He does a great job of keeping up appearances to the outside world, so he was terrified when he found out the police were getting involved. He settled my lawsuit for his abuse out of court and swore under penalty of perjury that he would never attempt to contact me again. His mother went and got all my cards and money and returned them to me personally. I was telling the truth when I said that he had been physically abusive to me, but unfortunately, there wasn't enough hard evidence to charge him with any crimes. So George did manage to dodge serving any prison time, or even getting arrested at all. Part of me is extremely disappointed in that part of the outcome, but I also understand that it may be for the best. If I had succeeded in completely destroying his life, he'd have nothing left to lose. Who knows what he'd be willing to do to me then? No, I'm perfectly content in just getting him out of my life and getting a hefty amount of money from him in the settlement. George's mother was absolutely livid once she found out what kind of monster her son was, and once the divorce was settled, she formally disowned him. She also made sure to inform all of her relatives about our divorce, as well as the story behind it. Meanwhile, I went around to all my friends and told them the same information. Word spread around town pretty quickly, so I doubt he'll be able to show his face around here anytime soon. As for me, coming to this women's shelter has been an absolute lifesaver. It's such an unbelievable relief to not have to be afraid of George anymore. While the wounds from what he did to me may never fully heal, with the support of my friends and mother-in-law, I'm positive that I'll be able to get a great start to my new life.